Right, always a good day when you can face the mutants on GMT's Long Island Horror. Like I said, a little bit more of a lighthearted game, but it's been again a few days since we've been able to get back onto this. The gaming season's going to get hot and heavy here after the Super Bowl. We got everything settled and ready for. There's always projects that need to be done, but I think most of them are weather related, and that's the only thing bad about being off this time of year. We do have my lifetime deck staining job. We were out there the other day. It was nice. My neighbor even said something about me being out there. I'm like, yeah, I'm still staining. Never put up a wood deck. No, don't get me wrong. The wood's fantastic and the stain's fantastic. It's just a long, big job, and it looks excellent. But when we get done here, we're all excited to get over to our Robert E. Lee game post Gettysburg, trying to get the Army back over the river into Virginia without getting ambushed by the Union. One thing we got to do, though, I want to play at least one more game of this, but I'm going to need their little standee units. Yeah, I love this. And I have seen a Civil War game, where they use standees. So I'm in love with it. I like the standees 3D effect of it. So we're gonna have a standee. It'll have all this information on the back and a nice little portrait of a general or something on the front. It'll all be to be continued. So drop in and keep an eye on my progress of my upcoming homemade war game. It just might be my copy that I can play, but yeah, I'll play it with my buddy. He's gonna sit down, and the old wife can play it too. So we'll see what's up, or maybe we'll get somebody online one of these days and play it. In this game, they used up their 3 actions. We got a group here called the Neighborhood Watch to get 1 follow action. Unfortunately, they got a combat. They're in an area with a bunch of mutants. Let me see here. We got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 of them. Are they in a building area? You got to look at the terrain effects. Ooh, it's never good to be out in an open field with horrors. I don't know what that is because there's too many standees there, but that is not. It looks like a baseball field. It's also got a helipad on it, so a helicopter can land there. So it's definitely flat, no shelter terrain. That's not good for our citizens there, members of the Neighborhood Watch. We definitely need to know how many for sure tiles are there. So I see 1, 2, 3, 6. So there's 6 tiles. We'll go over here, and they're in clear terrain. So that means the number of tiles inflicted, number of tiles, murder, horror, stack, divided by 2, rounded up. All right. So he'll inflict 3 hits. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So whoever he fights, we'll have to pick that up too. She has no hits on her. This old gal here could take 6 hits, but she's got 1 on her so far, so she could take 5. That still makes her a better target. And she's got what's in that triangle there. That yellow triangle is a better close combat factor. Now I want to look underneath their special abilities and see if that helps them out here. Grizzled Vet may re-roll 1 or more of its initial combat dice. Ooh, the old Sergeant has a good modifier. The one on the right, Ellie Mae Bobby, normal foot action, has a adrenaline move, blah, 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 blah. Directly, yeah, she's more of a movement specialty. All right, so what do we do? He can re-roll, but she's going to roll more dice. She's already got a hit. He can only take 3 hits, and they're giving them, there's 6 divided by 2, so 3 hits automatically. So that'll give him, Sergeant York, 1 away. She gets 3 hits. That'll give her 4. She'll be 2 away from being dead. She can sustain more. Let's go with York. I like that re-roll. So York is going to get 3 hits. Not good. And he's 1 away from being trounced. There you go. All right. York can roll 2 dice. We'll have to see what's up with their special ability. May re-roll 1 or more of its initial combat dice once per combat. May not re-roll any extra rolls resulting from a critical hit. The re-roll results must be kept. All right, maybe roll one or more. So we'll check it out. You can roll two. All right, so that's one hit. I can re-roll, so I'll re-roll this one. That's two hits. All right, so that'll work. That's all he does. Let's take off two tiles. There's better combat, so we got to put one of these red biohazard markers in the biohazard bag. All right, and that is it for this round of combat. They can only take one action. That is it. We'll have to draw a fate card now. See if there's any event that happens that is triggered by our combat. All right, and the fate card reveals that we do draw an event card. So here we go. This will be a monster action, probably. Acquiring the scent. Draw a fate number, and it is 5. All horror units on that track number will move to the adjacent area. So we'll go on 5. We do have one that qualifies, and that's it. All right. Now, the thing of it is, I'm not sure what this card reads, but I think they only move there. He could use this side movement here. These things will always move straight down. The only time they move sideways is when you have a card that has this symbol on it. So acquiring the scent means if we had civilians or one of our members here, civilians or one of our members next to them, they would have acquired the scent and moved on over laterally. So there you go. I don't think this happens. Let's see here. But only if that area is non-horrors. Horrors do not move in close group. There are 2 eligible bears. There you go. All right, well, this is moot and void, so we don't need this one. We don't need this one. We escape that. That is it. We'll put the marker over there to remind us that there's our follow action taken care of. And when I sat down here, it's been a few days, but I seen it. This was on here. It only goes up to 2, but they get 3. But I just mark it under maximum 1. And I knew the next one coming up was a follow action, but then I had to look at the video just to make sure. So next is the Plum Island Research Lab Security Services. Let's see who they are. We have a Dr. Irwin McCoy, Kevin Blart, Dr. Leo Bones. You can see this guy watched a lot of TV back in the day. Dr. Roy Weekman. But anyway, they get one action, and that will be on a snatch on some supplies. Let's make sure we ain't got a combat anywhere around here. You got them coming up. Ooh, all kinds of things to do with these boys here. Gotta snatch on those supplies, though. Ooh, the Brady family. Need to crowd control them. A lot of crowd control going on. We don't want these horrors coming down on these people. That takes them less to get on off the island, which is a requirement. Ooh, let me see here. We will. He's only got a 1 administrative. We need somebody with a 4. That's a green number. Is there crowd control movement? He can only move 1 person. He can move up to 4, 2. He can move 5. He needs to get him on over to here. These people can they get off? Is there a helipad there? Yes. But I think that's only for medical purposes. We'll check that out. But he can evacuate. Huh. All right, let me check out what I'm going to do. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to have the old Blart cop foot move on over this area. He won't be able to do anything but foot move, but he's got that 4 capacity for crowd control. We got a bunch of civilians there that need to be crowd controlled over there. I'm pretty sure we might be able to get them off the island if there's a helipad and a helicopter. That airmed might just be for evacuating them to the hospital and taking off hits. We'll get that all cleared up. But for right now, with the Plum Island Research Lab Security Services, he will just move 1 area right there. That's all he can do. That'll be it. We'll draw a card for that. Might not be worth it. And no event, so we're good on that. Oops. Alrighty. Marker for them. And it is their last one. Ooh, Greenport Township. Huh. Now here you go, the old mayor. He's got a crowd control capacity of 5. He needs to be with a bunch of civilians. Oh, let's see here. We got them here too. We got supplies. They got no supplies. Let me see what's going on with the evacuation. We might want to get some civilians off. I'll be right back. All right, a place with both helipad check and helicopter check. So we're going to go ahead and evacuate. Oh, Julie Jeff's Auto Service personnel. How many people are in Julie Jeff's Auto Service? 2. So we'll take them. This will be an evacuation. Now, he doesn't even have to be there. That's kind of a goofy part of this rule. They don't even have to be there, but we'll take this 2, put them in their little spot, show all the civilians that they've gotten off, and we'll add 2 more to these evacuation points. 1, 2. All right. What's going on there? That's it. He evacuated. We'll take his fate card. Event card. Not good. What bad luck bestows us. And a somatic wanderer, a stranger who doesn't seem quite right, walks into a crowded market. Draw 1 fate card. 6. To get the affected track number, track 6. So we're all the way over here. We got somebody over there. Let's see what goes on. Draw another fate number. 6 again. And count down a track on that number of areas, starting with the A area and moving through forks normally. Spawn Murder of Horror stack in that area. Murder of Horror stack is still at 3. So we need to grab 3 of these. We got to go down 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Either or. We could take either way. 4, 5. Okay, now this is where we got to roll a die. Roll a white die because we got a fork in the road. White die says 3. Ooh, the fork here. 1 or 6, so we'll be taking this fork into the fire station. Oh, and it will be a combat. So 3 Murder of Horrors just ended up appearing right here. Our combat marker will be right here. And we will have a combat right away. Versus 3, I think that's at least 1 hit. What is the terrain effects? Is a building that helps. That's only a quarter, so they'll take 1 hit automatically, and that is the old CDR Stallion. He's a SWAT member. There he is, right here. He can take 6 hits. All right, now he's going to fire back. Let's see what we got here. While conducting a ranged combat only. All right, well, he could throw 2. He's going to throw 2 dice. There's some good hits here. Oh, we do get 2 hits. So now that stack is down to 1. More importantly, we feed these. You always want to keep that area there with stacks stacked up, because if you run out and the game calls for horrors to be spawned, you don't have them. This thing goes up really quick. So always have yourself a little nice little supply there. That'll take care of that. But there will still be a combat marker coming in. We got a couple of them, don't we? Yeah, we got 1 there, 1 for the green. So a couple combats in progress. Oh, we got going on here. All right, well, that was all taken care of with the event marker. That is everybody's follow action. There you go. He just triggered that one. There you go. All right, we'll be right back. That action's all used. Ready for another draw. These here. Everything's going good. Looks like we got 1. The neighborhood watcher, the only one still in the bag. And all these have been drawn. Oh, so we should only have 1 marker in there. Let's bring the bag on over. See what we got. Feel around. I don't feel like. Oh, yeah, there's just 1 in there. All right, we're right. And that'll take care of this turn. We'll go into the afternoon after this round. So there's only 1. It is neighborhood watch. They will all get to move with an adrenaline foot movement. Then they get 3 actions this stage of the game. We'll be right back. Also, oh, you want to know something? We got to do a redo. We got to do a redo. So where were they? There were 2 of these. We got to put them back here because there are storms that grounded everything. Nobody can get off the island with a boat or air evacuation, so we'll have to take another movement. It's no big deal. Let me check out what we want to do instead for their follow movement. They would have took the event card anyway. Let's see here real quick. Purple, purple, purple. He will do a crowd control. He's got a capacity of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, can't make that up. We want to get those boys over here to town hall. There you go. That's what we'll do. Put those civilians back. Oh, that was 2. Was it? Yeah, 2. We got to reduce this down to 2 then. Back there. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I just looked over here at the game marker, and we got storms, so no air or boat movement possible. Evacuation's possible. Good. Having a great time. We'll be right back. All right, then, with adrenaline, foot movement for the neighborhood watch. We're going to get both of these out of here. They both have range combats, which are equal to or not better. This one's got a better range combat than it does close combat, so we're going to go ahead and move them both out. She can move by foot. Now, also, because we're close to our leader, his special ability, they all get increased by 1, their movements, foot movements and road movements. We're not going to need that right now. We just want to get them out, so she's just going to move 1 here, away from the combat. Well, let's do it this way. She's going to move, let me see where we need to go. She's going to go 1, 2. All right. We want to move him 1 for a good range combat. We'll take this combat marker off. We won't have to have that as a required combat. They have that there, so you can get out of there if you need to. But what we're going to do is we're going to move this boy here 1, 2. He's got his medical. He could take some of those hits off her. She is 1 away from death. So that'll be his foot movement. And our leader, he needs to get next to them all 2, just to make sure that they all have a... Staying adjacent gives them an extra movement, so we'll just move him 1 here. I'd like to get in a better spot, but we'll leave him here. And then up here, he is going to stay put. We got a little something for him. So that's our movements. Now for action, he'll do a heal action, which is take off one of these little chippy chips. That's 1 or 3 actions. What else we want to do? We got 2 supplies. All right, he's going to go ahead and forage. So he's going to forage, and it'll take up all these supplies. Give me an exhausted marker for the area. No more supplies there, boys and girls. We done snatched them. And we get, was that a 1, 2, 3, 4? Wow, that was a nice little bonus. I think that came via the card when we placed old, who is that? It's a VIP. I can't read it, but he came with a supply, so that was good. That's our forage action. That's action number 2. We got 1 more, which will be a ranged combat, and he'll shoot 3 dice. But we got to take off from one of our supplies, so that one of these 2s will be flipped over to a 1, and he gets a nice ranged combat of 3 dice. Yeah, and that ranged combat's at bullseye. There was a 3 on top next to the 2, so that's his range combat. See if he's got any special ability. May re-roll 1. Oh, 1 more of his initials. Yeah, so we love this. Is this in close combat only? Initial combat dice. It doesn't say close combat. Maybe roll. So that could be range 2. All right, that's good. Let's go check it out. Roll 3 against the horrors. Oh. All right, we get the re-roll, so we'll re-roll these 2. This is a critical hit, so we'll take 1 hit off of there. That's always good. We'll put our red here to remind us to contaminate the area. And we get to re-roll these 2, which comes up to nothing. But this die here, we get to re-roll anyway, so we'll re-roll him. And nothing. Ouch! All right, well, that's that. Put this red marker in the bag because it has been in combat. Has contaminated that area. There you go. Into the bag. All right, we'll be right back. All right, follow action time for the Plum Island Security Services. And we will take our action as evacuating our crowd control. Let me look this over, make sure that's what we want to do. Yes, yes, yes. We do have the Brady family there being threatened by a bunch of horror. We got a couple of them there, but we want to crowd control as much as possible. We still can't evacuate because of storms, so that'll come in after this draw. We take the next turn. So in the afternoon, we can start evacuating by helicopters. I don't know if we... Oh, what we want to do? Take a pox shot? Ooh, you don't have a range combat. That is strange. Wow, you can see here. Not all units got range combat. Huh, that's strange. All right. Also, during a follow action, I just want to make note you can move some of these boats and helicopters, but we only have, I think, one medical evacuated helicopter. The other one, the Coast Guard helicopter, went down. It had mechanical failures. Ouch. All right, well, there you go. Oh, follow movement, follow movement, follow movement. What do we want to do? Oh, the good doctor needs to be healed. Nobody to heal him. He's not... No. Oh, we need here. We will go ahead with crowd control. Or, yeah, crowd control. Negative Nancy photos. Okay. Negative Nancy photo crew will be moved. He's got a 2, so that's a 1. He reaches their capacity. He needs that green number, which is a 2. So these people here will be moved. We got a bunch of civilians here at Sherry's Berries that need to get going. That'll take care of their follow action. 1 action used. Can we put that marker over here to help us keep track? But more importantly, we got to take a fate card. And it says no event. Shoo! Dodged 1. All right. Next will be, we got 1 mandatory combat. And that's when we hit the Plum Island Constabulary. All right. Oh, purple. Greenport Township. What have we got them doing? Not much. We'll go ahead and grab us some supplies since we have none. And he will do a forage. As you can see, there's a bunch of supplies there. So we will grab us 1 supply, put it in our little supply spot, and exhaust that area. No supplies are available. All right, that'll take care of that. Ooh, 1 action used. And a drawing of a fate card. No event. We're loving life. All right. Final for the Plum Island Constabulary. Long Island Cops, or Plum Island Cops. What I'm saying, Long Island. All right. Well, we have a combat here. He'll have to take 1 hit automatically. Now he can move out if he wants. We could use him as an action to move. But since he's got a combat marker, you got to either move it or lose it. We're going to take some shots. We're going to have some close combat. Although, he's better off at range. But if we do range, we can't do nothing now. He'll have to move. So he's only got 1. We're going to roll 2 dice on him. He'll take 1 hit from the 1 horror. That little stack there. Oops, he's on the wrong side. We like to keep them here. It means that they're on their fast-moving side. When they're on there, it means they can only move 1. Just, my little quirk. All right, so that's 1 hit for him. He can roll 2 close combat die. All right, that is it. So we only have one tile there, so 1 hit will do it. We got it. So there you go. They are gone. Put another red marker. The area has been contaminated from combat. Take this combat marker off. And the red marker goes into the hanging. Oops. All right, sorry about that. Quick phone call. So here you go. This goes into here. If I can open it. All right. Dropped on in, and we're good to go. That'll take care of their last action, and we're ready for a... Oh, that's it. We're it. That's a turn. All right, we're good to go. We're going to move the marker down here to game round, and more importantly, we can take the storms off. All right, got some housekeeping to do. We'll be right back. All right, then, at the end of a turn, the mutants get a regeneration, so they get the heal on up. But none of them have any hits to heal, and there's 2 of them on the board, but we haven't got any hits on them. So that's it. We replenish the locations. Easy for me to say, but that's only in the evening. Biohazard infection, we draw 2. Green, no increase. Yellow, 1 level increase. Red, 2 levels increase. And our biohazard level is getting up there. So let's see what's up. We gotta feel around and feel for those green blocky blocks. Let me see here. Oh, green, green, green. I feel green right here by my finger. I'll pull this one out. Oh, it's a yellow. So it goes up by 1. One more. All right, I'm obliterating way too much, and I got to free up some space. So let's try to get this done with. Green down here. It'll go kind of quick. 2. So the bio level goes up from this to here, and I can see that number here changes. So instead of spawning 3 each turn, now we're up to 4. So whenever it requires us to spawn, we'll go up to 4. If these 2 go back in the bag, I got to erase some material, and we'll be back for our next turn. We got to put everybody back in the draw bag. We'll be right back. Then all cleaned up. Although every time I clean up, it's less and less. So I don't know. Something must be taking up space. It might be time for old GWG. My wife says I've had this phone for 5-6 years. Yeah, we're ready for a new one. All right. Well, here I'll put these in a draw bag. 4 positives and then the 4 negatives. The 4 different factions. 3 monster turns and a random event. A random bad event. So all 8 of these will go into the... Oh, how lucky was that? I fell right into there. Because I'm telling you, when I reached the black abyss, they roll. I haven't lost nothing yet. I thought maybe I did, but I think everything's good. All right, we'll come back for the afternoon, October 26th turn. We all get 3 actions. When it's all said and done, see what the first draw is. We'll be right back. All right, then. Day 2 of the contamination. Afternoon turn. Game round. Now we do have the helicopter and helipad available. It's undamaged, but we do have a Coast Guard cutter that has been disabled, so we have to get fixed. Now this old boy here can be moved by anybody. This is a non-specific faction, so any faction can play them. And we do have a couple others, but they don't come into the game unless you use a search card. So you have to search for them and find them. They have some buff abilities, or big buffs. All right, so we're here for our first draw of the next turn. All excited. We're getting to the point now where we're getting a little bit of a clash. They're starting to get down, and this is kind of nitty gritty of the game, and our markers are starting to get up there. So we need to get this one all the way up and avoid getting these up. So there you go. Right now our overruns are 0. We've been pretty good, but it's still early in the game. Let's go for our first draw. Shake everything up. A little bit of a shake up in the bag, and we will draw the first one, and it will be... All right. Close this on up, and we'll be right back. All right, the Neighborhood Watch faction. And what we want to do with them? Let's see. Well, we would like to get some supplies on the old boy here. I think he can grab supplies no matter if there's supplies there or not. He's a little scrounge. He's a scrounger. But from now, they got an adrenaline foot move. We'll see if we want to move anybody by foot. And we'll go on from there. I'll be right back. I think I'm going to keep everybody pretty much where they're at. We're going to let her move by foot. Now, he adds 1 to all their movements, but is that adjacent? We'll give it to him. 1. She only needs 2 anyway. We want to put her here at the winery and maybe get a little bit of first aid from the Phlegm Fire Marshal. So that's the only foot movement we're going to do. Now we get 3 actions. What we're going to do with those is he's going to scrounge on up. We're going to use his special build tie, and that is Moonshine and Middles. Special action. This costs 1 action. Unit may forage 2 supplies from its current area, even if no supply icons are present. Does not exhaust the area. So we'll use him for some nice 2 supplies. So they're bulging with supplies. We got a bunch here for these boys. They're all set. That's 1 action. Gets 2 more. Next action is going to be well, let me see. I guess he can't really do that. She can't heal herself. We'll have to wait for him for his action to heal her. So we will. He'll use a heal action. He's got that first aid cross. So he'll take 1 hit from Sergeant York. She's got 2, 1. So that'll be a heal action. So then that will go over here. We'll have 2 actions used of the 3. And for our final action, we're going to use a supply, and we're in range combat. So 1 supply will be taken away. we could have us a ranged combat. We're rolling 3 die, and we could re-roll whatever ones we want. So let's see here. 3 die with a ranged combat. We got 1 we could take off, so that takes off her hit there. She's clean. Half a hit, that's not. So we want to re-roll these 2, and that'll be the only thing we can do is re-roll these 2. And another one, so nothing. So they're still there, but she has no more hits to take off. That'll be our 3rd action. When we come back, it will be follow action time for the Plum Island Research Lab Security Services. What they want to do, they got a bunch of crowd control coming up, looks like. We'll be right back. All right, now we do have a bunch of people that need to be crowd controlled and move funneled on out, but I think I'm going to have me a little bit of fun because Dr. Corey, scientist? Oh, Dr. L. Corey, he's a scientist. He got himself a little bit of a Molly coffee cocktail-y. We're going to see how to do that. Now, I remember we couldn't use it before because we were in the same space as the boss monster. So these are something you chuck into the next space. So he's in this space right here. You're going to chuck it on over. Be right back with a combat action for their follow action. We'll be right back. Right, it's a good doctor. But he uses a little cocktail. That's a range attack, and he rolls 3 dice. That's what that means. So here you go. 3 die. He gets 2 of them taken out. Oh, no, it's against him. So he gets 2 hits. So there you go. Against our boss monster. 3 more eliminates him. But we get to throw that again. So we threw it once. We'll go another one. But this time, we can only roll 2. And then he will be discarded. So now we'll roll again. We'll use that sucker twice. And we get 2 more hits. Yes. So the old boss monster is 1 away from going down. Let's see what this says. When they attack in close combat, that's all there is. So it doesn't apply. So that was a great attack. We'll take the Molotov. It's been used. Put that over there. We got a bunch of cleaning up to do over there. But that is his follow action. Oh, combat. We have to put a red marker in the bag. We're going to be out of these pretty soon. We only got a few more. No more negative effects come. There ain't nothing to put in the bag, but you have a lot better chance at biohazard. We need to get that biohazard marker down, and there's mechanics that do that. Okay, that has been put in there. That is that combat. We have to draw a fate card, and it is no event. All right. Let me press stop here. We'll see if we want to call it a video. Let's go with the 2 more follow actions, then we'll call it a video. We'll be right back. All right, ready for another follow action. Now, we could create a compound. That might be a good thing to do, but that takes a lot of supplies. So I don't know if we're how many supplies it take. Yeah, but you can make yourself a little shelter. That's what these things are. Now, in my 2 or 3 games I've played, I've yet to make one. Just has to come into effect. We might do it now just for the sake of the game. Let me see. They have 1 follow action. Let's go ahead and these horrors come down. They're going to feast. We might want to get these people out of here. Yeah, let's do that. He has a 4 rating for a crowd control to make sure nobody else has got anything going on. Nope. Oh, it's not him. It's purple. I'm sorry. Yeah, he just used his. So we're over here at the Greenport Township. All right, we'll do this. Look around real quick for anything pressing. I don't see nothing, although we could get these people off since the storm is over, but we're going to try to take one off of her. So for his follow action, we'll do a heal action from La Femme, the file marshal, and he will take 1 off of her. He's going to heal her. Oh, where's she at? She is right here, and that one that's on her comes off. That's 1 action used, and a fate card draw. No event card. All right, can we get out of this with our skin? Last one, follow action. What do we want to do? Now, we might want to use this boy here. Let's see what's going on. I think that might be prudent to get that cutter fixed. Ooh, let's try to get people off the island. He'll do a crowd control action. He has a rating of 5. 1, 2, 3. They will crowd control from here over to here. Trying to get them. There's a helipad here. If we can get a helicopter there, we can get them off. But that's another story. That's his action used. Ooh, last one. Last card. We'll call it a video. No event. There you go. All right, we're having a great time. When we come back, we'll draw from the bag. Early draw of the afternoon turn. But yeah, there you go. They're a little bit at bay. We got a lot of stuff to do. Need to get these boys off. Keep that biohazard down. And none of them have overrun yet. Overruns one of these stacks. Reach this spot. But they have to reach this spot and clear out anybody we have there to fight them. So that's all. A lot of game left to play. Having a great time with some Long Island horrors. I mean, blown out.